Today's story is Benny and the Banana Brigade. Chapter 1. A Quirky Alliance. In the bustling city of Quirkville, where the sun shines just a bit brighter and the clouds occasionally form into shapes of dancing squirrels, lived a rather unusual superhero named Benny Blunder. Benny had the unique ability to turn any object into a banana. Yes, you heard that right. Whether it was a shiny bicycle or a dusty old lamp, Benny could transform it into a perfectly ripe banana with just a wave of his hand. While this power certainly had its humorous moments, it also brought a plethora of challenges, especially when it came to tackling villains. One sunny afternoon, as Benny munched on a banana-flavored energy bar, his favorite snack naturally, he received an urgent call from the Quirkville Superhero Council. "Benny, we need you to team up with another hero." The voice crackled through the little radio on his desk. "It's urgent, and kind of bizarre." Benny scratched his head, intrigued and a bit concerned. His super sidekick had previously been a talking parrot named Squawk, who had decided that flying around in circles while singing pop songs was a better gig. Now, Benny was on his own, but he was ready for anything. He hurried to the meeting room where the council gathered. As he entered, a lively figure jumped from behind a stack of inflatable chairs. "Tada!" exclaimed a superhero wearing a dazzling multicolored jumpsuit adorned with stars and moons. "I'm Giggle Gertie. Nice to meet you, Benny Blunder." Giggle Gertie was known for her strange sense of humor and her ability to make anyone burst into laughter, even in the most serious situations. Benny couldn't help but smile as she performed a little twirl, sending a shower of glitter into the air. "We've got a situation," she continued, her eyes sparkling with mischief. Benny listened intently as Gertie explained their mission: to stop the villainous duo, the Goofy Grin Gang, from unleashing their latest scheme, turning all the city's ice cream into mashed potatoes. Chapter 2. The Goofy Grin Gang. The Goofy Grin Gang consisted of two bumbling villains, Larry and Barry, who had a knack for taking the most ridiculous ideas and running with them, often ending up in hilarious predicaments. Larry was tall and lanky, sporting a green wig that looked like a bunch of overcooked spaghetti, while Barry was short and round, wearing a pair of oversized glasses that constantly slipped down his nose. "We'll meet at the corner of Silly Street and Wacky Avenue," Giggle Gertie declared, her laughter bubbling over as they dashed out of the council building. Benny felt the thrill of adventure coursing through him. He couldn't wait to see what absurd challenges awaited them. As they reached the intersection, they spotted Larry and Barry huddled over a comically large vat labeled Super Spud ice cream. The smell wafting through the air was a strange mixture of vanilla and something distinctly potato-like. Benny looked at Gertie, and they exchanged a knowing glance. "Let's distract them," Gertie whispered, her voice barely containing her excitement. "I'll make them laugh while you..." "Well, you do your banana thing." Benny grinned. "Got it." He stepped forward, waving his hands dramatically. "Hey, Goofy Grin Gang. What do you call mashed potatoes that play the piano?" Larry and Barry paused, their eyes wide with confusion. We don't know," replied Larry, scratching his head. A wide smile spread across Benny's face. "A tater-tot-a-lie awesome pianist." To Benny's surprise, Gertie burst into a fit of giggles that echoed through the street. Larry and Barry turned to each other, trying to suppress their laughter. The distraction worked. Benny quickly waved his hand, and in an instant, the vat of ice cream transformed into a giant banana sundae. Chapter 3. The Unexpected Sundae Showdown. The sight of the enormous banana sundae drew the attention of everyone nearby. It was a masterpiece of sugary delight with whipped cream, cherries, and sprinkles cascading down the sides. The crowd began to cheer, oblivious to the fact that a villainous plot was being foiled right before their eyes. "Hey, what's going on here?" Barry shouted, finally breaking free from the laughter that had gripped him. "That's our ice cream. You can't just turn it into a sundae." Benny, feeling the adrenaline rush, couldn't help but tease them. "But this sundae is much more fun. Who wants a scoop of mashed potatoes anyway?" The Goofy Grin Gang, initially fuming, couldn't resist the allure of the banana sundae. Their eyes widened as they licked their lips. Well, I guess we could taste just a tiny bit, Larry mumbled, inching closer. Exactly. Gertie chimed in, winking at Benny. Why don't you come and enjoy some? Who could resist this? This was the moment Benny had been waiting for. With the villains distracted by the sundae, he and Gertie prepared to make their move. Gertie handed Benny a giant spoon, and they both took position on either side of the sundae. Benny's hands glowed with banana magic as he prepared to pull off something extraordinary. On 3, Gertie whispered, her eyes gleaming. 3. With a synchronized effort, Benny and Gertie scooped a massive portion of the banana sundae into the air. It flew like a colorful comet, landing right in front of the Goofy Grin Gang, splattering them with whipped cream and cherries. What is happening? Barry exclaimed, trying to wipe a cherry from his eye. We were just, trying to make ice cream. Yeah. We're not bad guys, just a little confused. Larry added, now completely covered in sprinkles. Confused, huh? Benny said, laughing. Maybe you should try making banana splits instead. They're much easier, and way more fun. Chapter 4, The Great Escape. The Goofy Grin Gang, still in a state of shock, was slowly realizing the absurdity of their situation. The crowd roared with laughter, finding the sight of 2 villains covered in a mountain of ice cream utterly hilarious. Even the ice cream truck that had pulled up to the scene couldn't help but join in on the laughter, blasting upbeat tunes that made everyone want to dance. Okay, Larry said, raising his hands in surrender, his fingers slipping on a banana peel. We give up. But only if you promise to let us have some of that sundae. Benny and Gertie exchanged glances, giggling. Fine. But only if you promise to stop your villainous plots, Benny declared. And we want to see you 2 opening an ice cream shop instead. The 2 villains, now grinning like children with their faces smeared in whipped cream, nodded vigorously. Deal, Barry squeaked, his eyes sparkling with mischief. We'll name it Larry and Barry's Banana Bonanza. With the threat neutralized and laughter ringing through the streets, Benny and Gertie felt triumphant. They had turned a villainous scheme into a community celebration. The ice cream truck, inspired by the day's events, began to dish out free banana sundaes to everyone, a sweet reward for their unexpected heroism. But the day wasn't done yet. Just as Benny was about to take a bite of the sundae himself, a loud rumble echoed from the sky. They looked up to see a dark cloud swirling ominously above, and from it emerged their next challenge, a creature unlike anything they had seen before, the dreaded potato monster. Chapter 5. The potato monster appears. The potato monster was gigantic, towering over the crowd, with limbs made entirely of mashed potatoes and a head resembling a lumpy potato with piercing green eyes. It let out a deep growl, causing people to gasp in fear. Who dares to mess with my potato empire? It boomed. Benny was taken aback. Oh dear, this is beyond my banana powers, he exclaimed, feeling the weight of the situation. Gertie, however, did not falter. We can handle this, Benny. Let's use our humor to turn this monster back into a harmless potato salad. With a plan forming, Gertie stepped forward, her voice loud and clear. Hey, potato monster! Why did the potato cross the road? The creature paused, confused. I don't know. Why? To get to the other side of the mashed potatoes, Gertie shouted, giggling at her own joke. The potato monster blinked, a flicker of confusion crossing its face. That's funny, it admitted, its voice wavering. But I still want my potatoes back. Why not join us instead? Benny suggested. We could create the world's biggest potato salad. You can help us, and it'll be way more fun than rampaging through Quirkville. The potato monster considered this, its mashed potato limbs quivering. A potato salad. That sounds delicious. But I don't know how to make it. Chapter 6. A potato salad party. Benny and Gertie exchanged excited glances. Don't worry. We'll show you, they said in unison. Let's throw a potato salad party. With everyone now on board, the crowd erupted into cheers. The Goofy Grin Gang jumped in, enthusiastically rallying the townsfolk to gather ingredients. Soon, laughter filled the air as people brought in tomatoes, cucumbers, and all sorts of dressings. Benny waved his hands, and a mountain of bananas appeared, adding a special twist to the potato salad. "Let's create something magical," Gertie shouted, her voice ringing with delight. Together, they mixed the ingredients in a massive cauldron, and the potato monster learned to chop and stir, its green eyes twinkling with joy. As they worked, Benny couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment bubbling up inside him. Here they were, turning a potential disaster into an unforgettable celebration. The aroma of the potato salad wafted through the air, inviting everyone to join in on the fun. Finally, after what felt like hours of laughter and cooking, the giant potato salad was ready. Benny stood proudly beside Gertie and the potato monster as they unveiled their creation. It was a sight to behold, vibrant, colorful, and fragrant, with a banana twist that made it unique. "Hooray!" the crowd cheered. "Potato salad for everyone!" Just then, as they began to serve the salad to the delighted townspeople, Benny felt a tingle of joy. He realized that even the most ridiculous situations could lead to something wonderful if approached with creativity and humor. Chapter 7: Lessons Learned. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden hue over Quirkville, Benny, Gertie, and the newly friendly potato monster sat together, surrounded by laughter and the smell of delicious food. The Goofy Grin Gang had transformed their villainous reputation into a successful ice cream and potato salad business, and the townspeople celebrated their unexpected friendship. "Thanks for everything, Benny," Gertie said, her eyes shining with gratitude. "I never thought I'd be mixing mashed potatoes with a giant monster." Benny chuckled, taking a bite of the special potato salad. "And I never thought I'd turn villains into friends. It's amazing what a little humor can do." The potato monster nodded, a smile stretching wide across its lumpy face. "I'll never attack Quirkville again. Instead, I'll help spread joy through food." As the night continued, laughter echoed through the streets, and Benny realized that he had found a new partner in adventure. Gertie's quirky humor complemented his banana powers perfectly, and together, they made a formidable team. Chapter 8: A New Adventure Awaits. As the festivities continued, Benny glanced up at the sky. The stars were twinkling merrily, and he felt a sense of excitement for the adventures that lay ahead. There would always be quirky challenges and absurd villains, but with Gertie by his side, he knew they could tackle anything. "Are you ready for our next adventure?" Gertie asked, nudging him playfully. Benny grinned, his heart full of joy. "Absolutely. Let's see what else Quirkville throws our way." And with that, the unlikely pair, along with their new friends, set off into the night, ready to spread laughter and creativity wherever they went. Benny, Blunder, and Giggle Gertie were a duo like no other, proving that being a superhero could be just as fun as it was heroic.